Animals can be defensive, fierce, and wild, but sometimes they find themselves stuck in situations and/or places that put their lives at risk, if not stand still. It's only through human help that these animals are able to overcome these challenges and carry on with their lives. No act of kindness is too small for an animal. Today, let's explore some of the top 20 most inspiring animal rescues of all times. Dog stuck in narrow bars. This unlucky dog got stuck between narrow bars of an iron gate. It stayed there for several hours before someone heard his cries and called the rescue team. The dog was hopeless, and his waste was all over the place. Rescuers rushed to the site and tried to gently push it off the bars with no success. When they finally did it, they noticed the dog had no strength left, for it had struggled for a long time. They took it to a warm shelter and gave it all the medical care he needed. Little Bird Rescue. This is a heartwarming animal rescue story. When this man saw a neighbor's cat taking a little bird in its mouth, he made up his mind to help the little creature. He created a warm incubator for it and decided to feed it hourly to survive the misfortune, but it didn't open its beak. He went to the nest where the chick fell from, recorded the sound of the chick's mum, and played. Then the chick started eating more and more food. It looked healthy and happy to be saved from the cat's teeth. Baby elephant in the hole. A simple act of getting water ended up in an accident that scared mother and baby elephant. The baby tumbled into a hole he couldn't come out of on his own. The mother and other animals were clueless about what to do. Due to the overprotective nature of elephants, the nearby rescuers flew the helicopter on top of the elephant to trick them away and quickly ran to pull the baby and left. The mama then came back and comforted the baby for such a scary event. Hidden turtle. While a couple was on their unusual sea trip around the world, they visited Bakia, one of the Grenadine Islands. While there, they found a motionless turtle under a corrugated iron sheet. At first, they thought they couldn't help the poor creature, but later they discovered it was alive and hidden on purpose. Not knowing how much time it had spent there, the people wrapped a piece of cloth around it and put some water on it to prevent it from drying. Despite its significant size and heavy weight, they carried it close to the water and let it go. A kitten on the freeway. This animal rescue video will completely melt your heart. A kitten traveling in the middle of a freeway in Los Angeles was in great danger. It was tough for the cat to get out of there, and the drivers couldn't easily spot and save it. Luckily, one female driver spotted the kitten and notified the animal rescue team. With the driver's instructions, rescuers came on the ground, found the poor kitten, and even noticed an eye infection and malnourishment. They named him Little Napoli, fed him, and cleansed him. The Great Penguin Rescue. When an oil carrier spilled its contents in the ocean, about 20,000 African penguins were covered in oil. DYAN DENAPOLI, also known as the Penguin Lady, called out for volunteers to come and help out in saving the lives of these penguins. Surprisingly, over 12,000 volunteers turned out. With their great desire to help, these animal heroes cleaned out the oil from penguins for 3 months, sending them back to their real habitat. The paralyzed dog. A rescue team in India got a call about a dog that couldn't walk after being hit by a car. When the team examined the dog, they noticed the nerves got severe damages due to the impact on the spine. While nerve damages are known to be irreparable, the team decided to try and see what they could do. To their surprise, the dog was able to walk on its 4 legs again after a mix of physical therapy activities. It was an unbelievable animal rescue and a great inspiration to locals to help stray dogs and other accident victims. Giant manta ray with fishing line. During one of the dives in waters near the Philippines, a giant manta ray came closer to the divers with a fishing line clinging right into its wing. It was seemingly asking for help. However, releasing the simple fish wasn't a simple task. It didn't like the diver cut the line on the first attempt, but later it got calm, realizing people wanted to save it. The diver then managed to cut it off. We don't know for how long it had bared the discomfort of the object, but we hope it felt great relief. Abandoned 40 cats. Some hoarders have an exciting and entertaining life, but some have gone to the extreme and risked the lives of those around them. Isn't it evident that pets depend on their hosts? But in this case, 40 cats were abandoned in a hoarder's house unattended for more than 6 months, and no one knew it. Some kind person later noticed them and decided to come to their rescue. They got them foster homes, and the cats learned what good life looks like. This is one of the most inspiring animal rescues caught on camera. The bighorn sheep. The bighorn sheep are threatening animals that might scare you at first sight, and few cases have been reported of large sheep attacking a human. This sheep can be so defensive, especially during the mating season. But what would you do if you found one in need? Honestly, wild animal rescues are dangerous, but when one man found a wild sheep with a horn stuck on a tree, he risked his life and decided to rescue the sheep by pulling its horn out of the tree. The large sheep ran away into the forest, and the man celebrated his victory. The pipe and the dog. This awesome animal rescue story is absolutely inspiring. Sometimes dogs get stuck in uncomfortable situations. That's not always their fault. However, we should be able to help if we find them in need. Like KITTEN, who showed up with her head stuck in a PVC pipe. The rescue vet managed to get her out by cutting it. They then discovered severe maggot infestation inside. KITTEN was then taken to the rescue center for treatment and recovery. The ducklings in the storm drain. A mama duck got stressed up for her ducklings who went down the storm drain in Arizona. Mama duck kept pacing back and forth when people noticed her little ducklings were missing, and she couldn't do anything to help them out. A group of rescuers started pulling the ducklings out. Like any curious mama, she jumped in to see if she could be of more help. With so many ducklings, Mama Duck almost forgot one of them behind. Luckily, the rescue team grabbed the little guy and took him back to his family. The jaguar in the Amazon jungle. Jaguars are known to abandon their young ones when they believe they aren't fit for survival. After her mom left her when she was just a cub, this little jaguar was rescued by the Brazilian army. They took care of her, and after she recovered, they sent her back into the wilderness. Later, during the heavy rains, they found Jiquiata about to drown and rescued her again. They built a shelter and let her enjoy the jungle under protection from her friends in the army. Wild duck with plastic ring. Guys from the watch share saw a wild duck with a plastic ring on its neck not far from their watch. But there was a big group of ducks, so they couldn't come closer to catch it because it could fly away. They decided to use a cage trap to catch the duck. The trap was set, and next time the duck came straight into the cage, it was her lucky day. The terrible plastic necklace was removed, and it was seen happily taking a bath and eating comfortably. Don't you think this is an inspiring animal story? The hummingbird and the chewing gum. What do you do after you're done with your chewing gum? I hope you don't just throw it on the ground, because if you do that, careless action could put innocent creatures in life-threatening situations. A hummingbird got stuck in a chewing gum thrown on the surface. Luckily, it was near a family that took immediate action after seeing the bird struggling. They pulled the hummingbird from the ground and removed more gum from its wings. The bird was free and able to fly again. The octopus on the shore. Sometimes marine animals can be driven to the shore during low tides, and very often they have no chance of survival. When this man was walking along the beach shores, he found a small octopus in the sand. The poor creature was gasping for air and had turned pale. With a plastic hand, the man took the helpless creature in the water and let it go. The octopus came back from the waters and touched the man's feet. The animal seemed to say thank you to its rescuer. Tiny orphaned elephant calf. When the Kenya wildlife got information that a helicopter spotted a tiny elephant calf standing beside its deceased mother, the rescue team quickly flew to the place. Their helicopter couldn't get closer because of the dense bush. The wildlife men had to carry the weak calf on foot to where the helicopter was waiting. At the Wildlife Service Center, the scared baby was given some time to rest and examine his future home before being put together with other orphans. They were happy to offer this boy his future family and called him Roho, meaning spirit in Swahili. Baby deer in the lake. This is perhaps the most exciting animal-saving video you'll ever see. The dog chased a little deer into the lake. The small creature was scared and started swimming across the lake, but it wasn't strong enough. It stopped in the middle and started to drown. The fishermen rushed and pulled the animal out of the water. Because it was weak and could become prey to a predator, the fishermen decided to keep it warm and let it stay in their garage for some time. When it got stronger, they released it back in the wild. Puppies stuck in tar. But first, do us a favor. Click that like button to inspire us. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell and you won't miss any interesting videos. Done then? Let's go. When 3 puppies unknowingly stuck in tar, they almost lost their lives. There was no way for them to come out without people's help. When rescuers came, they found the puppies in a terrible condition. They put them under shelter, washed them, and removed the tar with oil. It took them a long time to clean off the tar, and at some point they took a rest to give the puppies food. After 3 days, all the operations were finished. Luckily, the mama to the puppies was found and the family was happily reunited. What a fantastic dog rescue. Abandoned dog with frozen paws. It was both a horrific and a happy day for a poor puppy named Nakio when he was unexpectedly found in an abandoned house with frozen paws. Animal specialists tried and failed to restore his limbs. A vet specialist decided to raise money and make Nakio prosthetic legs. She was assisted by the owner of the orthopedic clinic. This is perhaps the most unbelievable animal-saving story, but one that made Nakio become the first dog in the world with bionic paws that can do all that other healthy dogs do. Which is the most inspiring animal rescue story? Have you ever helped any animal in need? Let us know in the comments section. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comments section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.